What if I told you that the most powerful force in your life, the one that controls your happiness, your suffering, your entire potential for growth, is something you've probably never even thought about? What if you're living by the rules of a secret religion you didn't even know you had? You know, it's a question so many of us ask ourselves, and according to the psychiatrist M. Scott Peck, the answer isn't really about our jobs or our relationships. It's something way deeper. He found this single, surprising answer hidden in the lives of three totally different people, who were each trapped in their own unique way.
So, first up, there's Kathy. Now, on the surface, she seemed totally fine, intelligent, functional, but on the inside, she was fighting this chronic, crushing sense of futility. Her whole world just felt gray, no hope, no purpose.
Then you've got Marcia. She was a successful professional, had everything she was supposed to want. But she felt this deep, profound hollowness. She wasn't sad exactly, she was just drifting, completely disconnected from any real joy or meaning.
And finally, we have Theodore. This guy was a brilliant academic with a razor-sharp mind. He could break down the most complex ideas, but all of his achievements, all of that intellect, it just couldn't fill this deep, personal void inside him.
So what's the thread connecting these three people? Well, Peck's answer is pretty radical. He argued their suffering wasn't caused by a chemical imbalance or some simple life problem. Nope. He said it was caused by something that every single one of us has, our own personal religion.
Okay, so let's unpack that, because I know what you're thinking. When Peck says religion, he is not necessarily talking about going to church or praying or believing in a specific God. He's pointing to something much, much more fundamental.
And here it is. This is the key. For Peck, your religion is your worldview. It's your personal map of reality. Think about it. It's the whole collection of assumptions, conscious or not, that you use to navigate your life. It's how you think the universe works and where you see yourself fitting into the whole thing.
And this isn't just some abstract philosophical idea. This internal map of yours, it dictates literally everything. It shapes your day-to-day decisions, how you react when things get tough, and, crucially, whether you stay stuck in the same place or you actually find a way to grow.
So if everybody has a map, what on earth was wrong with the maps that Kathy, Marcia, and Theodore were using? This is where Peck's theory really gets fascinating.
Let's look at Kathy first. Her problem was a rigid map. She had inherited this super strict, fear-based belief system that she had never, ever questioned. It basically forbade any kind of doubt, leaving zero room for her to grow, and that's what paralyzed her. Now, Marcia's issue was the complete opposite. She had a blank map. It wasn't that she was against religion, she was just indifferent to it all. She had no framework for meaning whatsoever, which left her spiritually starving and just adrift in that emptiness she felt.
And then there was Theodore. His trap was a prison built by his own brilliance. So he worshipped his intellect. He only believed in what could be measured and explained by science. This gave him a kind of scientific tunnel vision, where anything like intuition or mystery or even deep emotion was just dismissed as irrational. His pride made it impossible for him to be vulnerable or to admit he needed help, so his own mind became his fortress that locked out any real chance for joy or meaning.
Okay, so this brings us to the most important question of all. If our maps are outdated or too rigid or just plain wrong, are we just doomed to be lost forever? Peck would say, absolutely not. But fixing them? Well, that takes a whole lot of courage. So what does it actually take? How do you build a map that leads you somewhere good instead of into a wall? According to Peck, the actual process of revising your map, that is the definition of spiritual growth. It's hard, it can be painful, for sure, but it's the only real way forward. So the journey is really about moving from a second-hand worldview, the one you just inherited from your family or society, to a first-hand one that you've personally looked at, questioned, tested, and actually chosen for yourself. It means questioning assumptions. It means letting go of beliefs that might feel comforting but just aren't true. And just to be super clear here, this whole journey isn't about becoming an atheist or abandoning faith. Not at all. For Peck, it's about developing a real, authentic, personal relationship with reality, whatever that ends up looking like for you. It's about making it your own. As we start to wrap this up, Peck leaves us with one last, really powerful warning. He captures it in a classic metaphor that I think everyone on this kind of journey really needs to hear. So, a lot of people, quite rightly, see the huge flaws in organized religion. You've got the oppressive dogma, the rules that are based on fear, the rigid, inflexible thinking. This is the dirty bathwater, right? And it's totally natural to want to throw it out.
But here's the danger. In our hurry to get rid of all that murky bathwater, we risk throwing out the baby too. And the baby, that's the essential human need for wonder, that deep search for meaning, and that innate drive we all have for spiritual growth.
So, at the end of the day, the goal isn't just blind rejection of everything, it's discernment. It's having the wisdom to separate the flawed container from the precious, life-giving stuff inside of it. It's about cleaning the water, but for heaven's sakes, hold on to the baby.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Take an honest look at your own map of reality. That secret religion that's guiding your every move. Is it a path that's opening you up to life, to growth, and to freedom? Or is it a prison with walls that maybe you never even realized were there?